Okay, well, obviously she's all pissed off. Ignore her. Welcome to Cocktail Hour. And she's upset, y'all. Y'all can ask her about it later.
It is currently 11:20 and I'm being held against my will.
No, she's not.
I would like to go home.
Ignore her, please. Anyways, welcome to another episode of Cocktail Hour. This episode, we will be talking about Sam Houston State University and grad season. If you did graduate, then you would understand. If not, then I'm so sorry that you didn't graduate. I promise to make this quick, fast, because obviously she's all busy. So, bear with us. But here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. First card. Homecoming. What's your favorite memory from any homecoming? Any homecoming. It doesn't matter.
The first homecoming that I went to was, of course, freshman year. I hate to say this to any of my Sigma friends that I might have, but I was told that Sigma parties were not the fun parties, so you needed to be super drunk to attend those. And
so you got drunk off Taka?
I got drunk off of pink panties that this guy named Rashad, man, we were hanging with like upperclassmen, and he made pink panties, and I got drunk and threw up in Ebony's car.
Oh my gosh!
It was very memorable, to say the least.
That was like your freshman homecoming?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell the story about our homecoming?
You can tell it.
So our homecoming, guys. Well, we both graduated then, or no? I think I was graduating.
Oh yeah, that's probably why we wanted to do it.
Yeah. So 2014, did we both get into it with? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I got into it with my boyfriend at the time, and Jamil got into it with her now husband at the time, and we just decided to be rebels. And after a homecoming party,
It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know what the fuck we were arguing about.
It was because we wanted to go to a party, and we were like basically
graduated. Yeah.
Like, why do y'all want to go to a party?
Exactly.
And it's just like, why not? I mean, it's a homecoming.
Long story short, we ended up being rebels. We went to the party, and then we decided that we weren't going to go home. And at the time, we were each living with our significant others.
But I had an apartment that I had a roommate to, but I had literally no furniture, no nothing, because I wasn't living there. So, but I still had the space that I was paying rent every month to.
So here we are, not answering their phone calls, thinking we're big shit, and we're sleeping on her floor, and the blanket was like itchy. And I think, how long did we stay at your house?
It maybe was a max of 45 minutes.
45 minutes, and we both looked at each other and was like, yeah, we're going to go home.
And we went home.
We went home, and we did all that for absolutely nothing. And yeah, so that tells you that we're not shit, basically. But it's okay. So,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to look past that. All right. Our next topic is frats and sororities. Did you ever want to join a sorority? Ever?
No, I'm okay.
No? Like if you had to join one, what would it have been?
I can't answer that. I was too focused on other things. Like I really don't have I have various fraternity and sorority members like within my family, so it was just a lot going on. Or not a lot going on, but it was just like a lot of influences.
Okay.
So it was, the Greek life is a great life, but at the moment that I was in, I just was more focused on graduating, and I really just wasn't educated on what my options were.
Same. Like I didn't know anything about Divine Nine, anything about sororities or frats or anything like that. But I also don't like girls, so even if it wasn't going to be an option regardless. Like,
I think the background and the goals, the same goals, like the background, the sisterhood, like all of it's great. it just depends on, to me, where you're at in your life, depending on undergrad or graduate.
That's true.
And where you're at in your life, that's super important, because if you're at a place where you're ready to do that and you are ready to commit and take, do what it needs to take, go for it.
That's true.
Undergrad, I don't think I was there. I really just don't think that I had the mentality to kind of commit to doing something and giving something my all. I was like dabbling in trying to figure out if I'm what I want my major to be, what I want to do this, do I want to go to this party?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're not in the right mental space, then you just don't have those.
That's true. And I just honestly, I didn't know anything about that. It was all new to me. So I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. Not my cup of tea, but okay, cool. You're great. Like, do your thing. Do your thing. Worst night at Sam.
Oh, I have this vividly painted in my head.
Worst night?
My worst night at Sam, I was a freshman and I was living in SHB. That's when you had to swipe your card to enter the dorm. And there was one specific night that I went to pregame. I was going to come back to my dorm and change real quick and then go back out for the party. So after the pregame, of course, I was drunk. I got home and I couldn't get into my dorm. I don't know what, I was probably swiping a debit card. I couldn't get in.
Oh, wow.
And by the time I got in, I was so drunk that I couldn't figure out what to wear. So the only thing that popped in was the outfit that I had worn the week before to the party before that week. So I wore the same outfit because that in my head sounded like a good idea. And I think that just like thinking back on the thoughts, that was like one of my worst nights. Just it
was the worst. Yeah, no. I don't think I have a worst night. I have some worst memories. Like wearing the same outfit really rang a bell. So there was this suite mate that I had. Her name was Coco, and she literally like went inside my closet and stole a dress, amongst other things, and wore it to a party. Ultimately, she ended up getting pregnant, I think, that night too. But it's due to the dress. Shout out to you. I mean, whatever. But it's all because of me and that Forever 21 dress. But it's cool. I know. I wouldn't declare it my worst night, but definitely just like, why would you go in my closet though? Like, why would you go in my closet? Like, why?
Maybe she liked your style.
That you gotta steal my shit?
Yeah. Maybe it made sense.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, if you were poor, then okay, cool, that's great. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next question. What should they have taught in school?
Money management.
Absolutely, 100%.
That you have to pay bills, and I think that they should have taught you to not expect to graduate college and get a job in your field.
100,000%.
Like you're gonna have to work that way up.
Yes.
And that you're gonna have to make money some way, somehow, and that bills are gonna keep coming. So you need a job. That's not gonna be in your field, but you need one. So
yes,
that was kind of a hard reality.
Definitely, she hit the head nail on the head. Nail.
I made a point.
Okay, she made a point. But yes, that and just like being an adult in general, like paying bills, having decent credit. Like they didn't teach like realistic shit. Like you're teaching history when I need to learn about like how the fuck to pay off my student loans.
Don't take student
Don't take them. Don't take more than what your tuition offers. Like,
yeah, that refund is not worth it.
No, it's not. In the long run, it is not. Like, do not do it. Like, they didn't teach, like, they didn't prepare you for real life. That's high school, college. They do not prepare you for real life shit. And that is the one thing that I definitely think that they should have taught tremendously. Adulthood is extremely difficult.
It's a hard life out here.
Yeah, like we're knocking on 30 and we're barely probably scratching the surface on how to figure that shit out. And it's literally like a day-to-day process, I feel.
I hate it here.
Yeah, I definitely do. If I could move to Mars, honestly, I'm trying to move to Canada. They have $15 an hour minimum wage.
I'm trying to get adopted. I don't want to work. I just need to be like a child again. Is anyone out there wanting to adopt a grown adult black woman?
Yes, that's not trying to be like a sugar daddy.
Yeah, no, I want this like platonic, like.
Yeah,
please.
agreed, definitely. What TV shows did you watch in college?
I can't even remember.
You didn't have any shows that you like binge watched like now?
Oh, you know what show I watched in college?
What?
That I really like got into? Weeds. If y'all watch that show on Netflix, it's hella good.
Really?
It's really, really good. It's like I watched.
Is it like Schitt's Creek good?
It's up there with Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek is better, but Weeds is like really basically this lady. I can't remember if she gets divorced from her husband or her husband dies, but basically she starts selling weed. And it's like this white lady, and she's just like in the game. Like she meets up with like black people. Like she's like a whole live drug dealer, and she's like in this shit. So it was actually really, really good.
The show that I ended up getting into was Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
And Chris Lee Knows Best.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! If y'all don't know anything about Chris Lee Knows Best, it's this white family from Atlanta. The dad is like really metrosexual. You would swear that he's gay, but he's really not gay. It is hilarious. Like, check it out, watch it. It's funny. And Hagrid put me on to Vampire Diaries. I think I put him on to Chris Lee Knows Best, but it was pretty good. Definitely recommend those two shows. Vampire Diaries is really good. Elena gets on your nerves, but eventually it like trails off into like other shows that turn out to be really good. Graduation, high school versus college. My high school graduation was a clusterfuck. So I went to like a tiny little town called Taylor, Texas. I graduated probably with like 238 people. Really small. Literally, our graduation was like in a barn. And it was hot. And I wore wedges. Wedges was like the thing back in the day. And they almost didn't let me graduate because I didn't pay my cheerleading dues. Fuck them. Yeah, so that was a thing. But I ended up graduating. None to say the less. It was hot. The fashion back then was very questionable.
Right.
It was very awkward. And then college came, and obviously it was a whole different experience. I graduated in December of 2014. Can't even tell you how many people. And then that was the year that, Leon had gotten that car wreck. So they did like a little thing for him. And I think I only invited like 6 family members to my graduation. And after that, we went and got drunk. I remember we played beer pong, and then
we're gonna move on.
Tez kept calling Tiara Zeus.
We're gonna move on. I graduated in Houston with a group of like 1,000 people at a hot ass stadium. That wasn't fun.
No.
I remember vividly college graduation. Me, Sheridan, Liz, Justin, and Van. First of all, Justin, Van, and us, we were all next door neighbors.
Oh, God.
We all graduated on the same night, and we were too busy trying to literally get drunk before graduation. So we were, I think you had to be at the Coliseum by maybe like 7, maybe 6:30.
Okay.
At this point, it was 7:30, and my mom was like, "Where the hell are you?" And I'm like, "We're coming." So you know how they do alphabetical?
Yes.
And then everybody that comes at the end is just like in there.
Yes.
That was us.
Oh my
God! Like, at the end, and it just. But we had so much fun, and then I just remember like my mom was so pissed at me.
I would have been pissed at you too, but you would have been at the end anyway.
I know. I was 1 late to graduation, and then 2, I was like, okay, well, thanks for coming. I'm about to go finish getting drunk now, and it's like I didn't know what else to do. Like it's like 9, 10 p.m. Y'all are not gonna want to go eat, so I'm like, I'm gonna go finish what was going on in here, but needless to say, it was very different. Yeah, very, very different.
Cam and them dragged me to Texas Roadhouse after my graduation and got me drunk and fucked up. And I remember spending graduation night sleeping in my car because I got into it with Hagrid about God knows what. I honestly I can't even tell you what. Ooh, the trauma. All right, this is my favorite part. Roommates. Did you have a roommate?
I had roommates for my freshman year. My roommate was Ebony.
Really?
Yeah, I knew her from high school, so it worked out. It was somebody who we were both going to Sam.
Not a white girl.
It was, it wasn't random, so that was great. Sophomore year, I lived with Courtney and BKV. We turned BKV out. Courtney, we had so much fun. And then when I moved to the Grove, I stayed with Sheridan and Liz for, that was 2 years. No, 2 years.
Okay.
And then Chris became my permanent roommate. And
amongst others,
a lot of others, but Chris became my permanent roommate. But yeah, anybody that knows me, that lives with me, knows that I am a clean freak, and I'm sorry. But yeah, it was great. Like, I loved having roommates, but I also like having alone time, so it works out. But I loved all my roommates. Like, I literally did not have a bad experience with roommates.
Really? I'm like the complete opposite. So my freshman roommate, she was like a little white girl. Totally fucking weird. She was in band.
Aww.
And even though I wasn't staying there like most of the time, like, she had the whole room to herself. She was just really fucking weird. Like, she would hide the remote when she went home and shit. So then I like flushed the remote down the toilet. I dumped her water out and filled it with like toilet water. Like, bitch, if you're gonna hide the remote, cool, fine, whatever.
Yikes.
Yeah, I was a bitch. So then sophomore year, when I could move off campus, I moved with Julian, the Sigma.
That was a weird combo. Like, what made you
And Karen, you remember like Big Titty Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they were my roommates.
That was such a weird combo. Like, what?
Well, Karen and Julian are like already known each other from like some organization or whatever. So I just moved in with them. No, me and Julian ended up like kicking Karen out. It was like a disaster. It was a disaster. He got a dog, then like I had got a dog. Like, it was so bad. But Julian ended up being cool. That's how I ended up overall meeting Ebony.
I can only imagine. I'm just saying, like, that's just such a weird combo. Like, Julian and Karen were already like, you know how it's kind of taboo, I guess, to have.
Bro, she used to fuck with Mario. You remember Mario?
Let's just keep it moving.
She was so loud.
Ew.
Yeah, she was so loud. Like, I don't know.
I don't have the bandwidth for this. I mean,
she was so loud. Anyways, after that, they had built the Forum.
Yeah.
And then I moved into the Forum, and then I lived there until like my final semester, and then that's when Hagrid became my permanent roommate for the remaining semester.
It's always good to be on the same page with your roommates when you are having guests over and when you are doing whatever you're doing with your relationship status. I mean, I was on the same page with my roommates, and
we weren't. It wasn't nothing.
Towards my like junior and senior year when I was at the Grove, I wouldn't say more like senior, I was just never home. And it was to the point where I would get sad because I would be like, oh, y'all went grocery shopping without me. And they're like, well, you're never here. So
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I discovered roommates wasn't my thing. And then that's when I moved by myself. And I only moved with Hagrid my last semester because I was only there for my last semester. And then that was it. I did end up moving with another roommate like after college for like a year and a half with Tia. I don't know if you remember Tia. And that was cool. But then after that, I've been on my own. Roommates is just not, it's not for me.
Yeah, no.
It's not for me. I like my alone time, honestly. If you could change one thing you did in college, what would it be? Think about it long and hard. Think about it.
I don't fucking know.
You don't know?
I actually liked college. What could I change?
I would take some bodies back.
Oh, girl, I didn't even think about that. I'm here trying to think about life decisions.
I would take some bodies back. Definitely. For sure.
I mean, that's always an option, but I think that I'm more thinking like, I just see so many people that I remember having classes with, not being here like, damn, you working for so-and-so or like Bank of America is like a manager, damn near CEO. And I'm over here like, what did I do wrong? I was in the same class with you. Should I have, I mean, were you the professor cool? Should I have been in his office? Like, what should I have done? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what I would change.
Maybe I've changed my major. But even if I did, I don't know what necessarily to what. Maybe like social work. I don't know.
Fuck it, I would have not been in college.
Maybe that's an option too.
I would have been a Lone Star. Lone Star like a bitch taking classes.
Let me just get to the next question because she clearly off her rocker. How did you meet your friends from Sam?
I already knew Ebony. Courtney. Yo.
Courtney! I love you.
One day, Courtney walked up there and she just like, hey, what's your name? And we're like, hey. And she's like, well, my name's Courtney and I'm from Cooper, Texas. And we're like, what? Where? And she was just like this ray of sunshine. And we're like, oh, we have to be her friend. And then we met like, I already knew Liz. I've been knowing Liz since the 3rd grade. So she was up there a week before and she was like, hey, I met these cool people. You should meet them. And then there was like that group of friends. I think that's it. And then I like met like Candace and Rocky them like maybe a semester later. I met you. We
oh God, yeah, that's no comment.
I think it was just more so like you're seeing people in Belvin all the time. You're seeing people like walking through the halls of SHV and kind of just stopping and saying, hey.
I never went to Belvin. I probably went to Belvin like twice.
What?
Yeah, no.
Belvin at 6 or 7 was the spot, like the spot.
Oh no.
Right.
I was very antisocial. Like I went to class, I went to the gym, and then like I went to my dorm. Like I was not out and about.
Belvin at 7 was the moment.
No.
You had to go.
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I'm sorry. Very antisocial.
I'm sorry you missed that. Like that was.
I guess. Apparently, it was an experience. I met my friend. So I met Amber through another friend. Her name was Dre. I met her through her, and then we weren't friends with like Dre anymore. But I continued to be friends with Amber. Tiara, I met through that retarded remedial class, math. I also met Des through that class. I met Misha through that class. Like, that was the spot.
Shout out to that class.
Shout out to that class. If you took remedial math.
I think everybody had to take remedial
math. Facts. Totally. So that's how I met some of my good people. Obviously, I met you through Hagrid. I met Jazz through Hagrid.
And we're going to move on.
Yeah. And we've been kicking it ever since. So I met some great people at Sam, and we've just remained friends since then. So thanks for that. Oh, this is a good question. How did you meet your significant other in college, and how does it look today? You never told me this, I don't think, how you met Chris.
Oh.
He told me his story, but I don't ever believe Chris, so.
Chris is stupid. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Ebony was working at Brick Place, and she kept saying,
oh, Ebony.
Yeah, she kept saying, like, it's these cool people, like, I want you to meet them. And I'm like, okay, random.
Is that when Hagrid lived at the 3rd floor and shit?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was like.
They never paid their rent on time.
She literally walked me to their front doors, me and Shauna, and she was just, like, knocking on the door, and she was just like, hey, so-and-so, these are so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. So we were like, oh, okay, cool. So I think that night we were like talking to him, and you know, like, what are y'all gonna do tonight? It was I want to say it was the summer. We had just maybe moved. I was up there early because I moved in the Grove early. Mm-hmm. They went to Nasty's, and we were like, let's go to
the grimy
Nasty's.
Grove.
So it's like, I met Chris. I don't even know. Like, we were literally all cool. We were just all cool. And when I met Chris, it wasn't like, oh, that's who I want to be with. It was just like, we were cool. And then eventually we just
ended up fucking around.
Happened. And I mean, that was in 2013. And 8 years later, that's my husband. My whole husband.
I'm the first husband.
This is my first husband. And again, I'm here against my will. But that is my first husband. And
shout out to you, Chris.
Chris, I just want to like literally lay face first. Like. But yeah, so I met my significant other in Huntsville, Texas in 2013, and 8 years later we are married.
Yay! I don't have a significant other. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I met Jamil obviously because of her significant other. I don't know, what should we call him at the time?
Your ex?
Yeah, so my ex at the time, he was cool with her now husband, and that's how I met Jamil, and we've just been kicking it ever since, and obviously it worked out. So we didn't work out, but we worked out, so that's all that matters, I guess. It does. So some people listen, some people don't. It's fine, whatever. Ooh, great question. Hoe phase. Did you have a hoe phase in high school or college?
I won't say it's a hoe phase.
Hoe, use a hoe.
It was more like in college, I was just like, I'm not in a relationship. So I did in college, like I remember like the first day damn near, I was like, oh my gosh, I met somebody. We started talking every day.
Me too. Was it at orientation?
No, literally on the way to Belvin.
I met mine at orientation.
We started talking, and then it was kind of like after that ended, I was like, you know what? I don't want to be in a relationship because I was in a relationship in high school. And like, it's like I came here, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be in a relationship. So I'm not going to say I had a hoe phase, but I was not committed to anybody.
She was a hoe.
I feel attacked. But no, I was not committed to anybody. And then I met Chris, and then that kind of changed. I was just like, dang. I think I realized like months later, like, I think I kind of like him.
Oh, that's so cute.
What does that mean?
I met mine at like a pool party. He had a Kool-Aid shirt on.
Oh.
And Jordan shorts. And he had slides on with no socks.
Oh, the toes were out?
So unattractive. But I just kept thinking like, I think you're cute. And it was like a 4th of July party actually. And I tried to like flirt with him, and it like didn't work. And then I was like over exerting myself. Like I had never like flirted this hard until he came along. And then anyways, it ended up working in the long run. So yeah.
I mean, I feel that college time is necessary for people to understand and get to know themselves. Like,
absolutely.
I don't say that you have to go have a new body every night. Now, I'm not
No. If you do, though,
no judgment.
Be protective of yourself, obviously.
But I'm just saying that it is time to get to know yourself before you do step into another relationship.
Yeah.
Or another phase of your life. So.
My whole phase was in high school, so it was over and done with and played with by college. Like college, I had a goal. It was like definitely to like
don't do that.
Find someone, get in a relationship. Ultimately, I wanted an athlete, but if I didn't get one, it was cool, whatever. But I ended up finding 2. So.
God help me. God bless me.
So it was great. Well, the one led me to the 2, so yeah, whatever. So it was cool. But yeah, so now we're here, and I ain't got neither, so it's cool at the end of the day. But it was a fun experience. I won't say that. I won't take it back.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun. All right, y'all. So this is the end of our second episode. So we're gonna obviously end it with 2 truths and a lie. Are you ready to guess?
Yep.
Okay. So my 2 truths and a lie. I was homecoming queen. I spent graduation night sleeping in my car. And my high school boyfriend attended SHSU. 2 truths and the lie.
I'm gonna say the lie is that your high school boyfriend attended SHSU.
Is that your final answer, ma'am?
I don't know. I mean, I know that you went to a school with like 20 people, so it's a possibility.
Girl, fuck you!
It's a possibility that you were the homecoming queen. But you also don't like people, so it's a possibility that you weren't the homecoming queen. Okay, I'm gonna go with you were not the homecoming queen.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Your final answer is wrong. I was actually the homecoming queen in high school.
Oh.
I know. You're a bitch. Yeah. So I was the homecoming queen in high school. Don't know how I got that. I danced with this big booty white boy. His name was Petey Doss.
Not big booty.
Oh, girl, that boy had the biggest fucking booty for a white boy I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
We danced to Big Green Tractor by Jason Aldean. Oh, I'll never forget that. Hi, Petey. I think he's married with a kid now, but his name was Petey. His name was Jacob Doss, but everybody called him Petey because there were so many Jacobs in our school.
Shout out to you.
So shout out to you. So my lie was actually my high school boyfriend attended SHSU. He actually attended UTSA.
Okay.
What is your 2 truths and a lie?
Okay, so let's see. I didn't get a car until my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
Oh man. I skipped a grade in high school. Or
No, your birthday's in August. No way.
I feel attacked. Oh no, I can't say that one because you're gonna know that one. Okay, so I didn't get a car until my sophomore year. I skipped a grade in high school, and then I have 4 aunts and 1 uncle.
That's not fair because I don't really know. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the first one.
No, the lie is that I skipped a grade in high school.
You skipped your grade?
I said that's the lie. You said the lie is the first one.
Damn. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. I said that clear as day. I'm fucking retarded. Shut up. Drunk podcast might be the best podcast. You never know.
No, because I want to go home.
She's been trying to go home for like the past 30 minutes. Obviously, it didn't work, and we managed to finish the episode.
I'm going to run out of here like Naruto. I'm about to just like...
I don't give a fuck. Dragon Ball Z me.
I'm going to knock the camera down, too.
Okay, that's rude because my phone is there, and I don't have insurance. So...
Sucks to suck.
Just say bye. Bye, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Happy New Year's to everybody. Good luck with y'all's New Year's resolutions. Anything get rid of in 2021. Do not carry that shit into 2022.
Burn some sage. Burn all that
Please
bad shit out
go to therapy. Get healed. Set boundaries. Yes. Drink water. Go to the gym.
Drink your water and mind your business. That is the goal for 2022.
Heavy on the mind your business, please. Like, yeah, do that shit. Peace and blessings. And I can't wait till y'all hear the next podcast.
Goodbye.
Coming soon.
Have a great night.
Good night.